You better start sucking this thing before we get out of the plane and keep it in your mouth.
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. I thought I was out, and I thought I was going to be a mature 40-year-old sports fan, and
What happened?
I mean, yesterday, like, wrecked me mentally and emotionally.
I'm not doing this on purpose. I don't know what happened.
So this happens every year for this month. The Mets and the Jets overlap. And It's the worst. It never goes well. More often than not, it doesn't matter because the Mets are out of it. The Jets are going to suck, whatever. But now the Mets are in it. They're in the middle of another collapse. They're just limping to the finish line. And so they're playing the Nationals, and they should be beating the shit out of the Nationals. I went to Barstool the ballpark on Saturday. We lost in extra innings. It was a nightmare. And then yesterday, like, crazy shit out. Like, ball to the wall. Dude on the Nats catches it, hits the wall, it bounces out, he kicks it up in the air and catches it with his bare hand. And then that same guy 2 innings later, it's bottom of the ninth, we're down 1, and he robs another home run. Like over the fence, like glove over the wall, catches the home run. At literally, it was a 10-minute span of these catches happening, and then the Jets block a field goal with 2 minutes left and return it for a touchdown to take the lead. Now, not for literally, when I say not for 1 second did I consider that the Jets were going to win the football game. They took the lead. It was 27-26 with 1:49, and I was like, Baker Mayfield's just going to march down the field and kick a field goal. And that's like exactly what happened. And it was a 1 o'clock game and a 1 o'clock game, so it all happened at like 4:15, whatever time it was. And I just was so taken aback by. I thought I had moved on. I really did. I thought this past like year or two was very much like, all right, you're a grown man. You can't let like sports affect you this much mentally. And it was almost like it wasn't like the sports that did it. It's like the sports started it, and then I was so disappointed in myself that it was happening again. I was like, it's almost like. I thought I made a life change. You know what I mean? It's like if you broke up with somebody and you ended up like back in their bed. You're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I told myself I wasn't gonna do this. You know? That's what happened. And then I'm on Twitter and everyone was like, I was like, Babs, change it! Change
No
the
way.
password. I'm
Did
out.
you really?
I didn't text it, but I did. I logged out of my like main account. I have like my burner account that I just use to like read things. You know, I'm done. I couldn't. I was like, I can't go back to this life. I felt like a career criminal who like got clean, got out, and is like, I just robbed a bank. Like, why did I do this? Why am I back here again?
What gets you so like what? Why do you keep having hope?
Great question, Jackie. Great question.
Well, so
Kevin, what gives you hope?
Well, how about this? I walk in today, and Marty just goes, what did he say to me? He said something like, he goes, what a sorry sack of shit you are. And I go.
That's a great way to greet somebody.
I go, why, what is it? He was like your sports team. It's like, do you think I would be saying that about you, about like something not about like the sports, you know?
What have you heard?
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's like the least I thought there was something like actually bad, you know? They were like, Jesus Christ, man. You just let people greet you like, hey, you sorry sack of shit. And you don't even like know what it's about. It could be about this. It could be about that.
Spit on me. Who gives a shit?
Right. That's what it felt like, man.
I always remember, like, honestly, one of my first times ever in New York City. Not ever, but like as like my own person doing my own things. Like we came down from in high school once and we like partied all weekend, and we were leaving on a Sunday, and my friend was like bloodied and hungover, just like the worst, the worst version of someone leaving a party weekend. Yeah. And we were staying at some hotel that like gave you umbrellas, and we all grabbed one as we were walking out because it was pouring rain. And we're like, "Yo, Matt, grab one." And he just goes, I don't deserve it. It was like the most perfectly timed. Like he looked like Linus carrying the blanket. I don't deserve it.
I don't know why I have hope. Well, I'll tell you, the Jets I do not have hope for. So the Jets, like I said, there was like 1:50 left. Block the kick, return it for the touchdown. And I was like, it's Baker Mayfield. There's almost 2 minutes. All they need is a field goal. And new Jets head coach Aaron Glenn did this like dance when they returned the kick. He was like high stepping around, and it was on camera and everything. And I was like, that is why we're losing this game, because that will just go down in the Hall of Fame of like embarrassing Jets things. Like your head coach was dancing and celebrating, and then
I
saw,
yeah.
Yeah, and then, I mean Baker Mayfield was like, boom, 30 yards, boom, 40 yards, boom, 10 yards, field goal, over. Like it was not even fucking close. The Jets I don't have hope for. The Mets I have hope for 2 reasons. One, last year like I was so out on them, and they proved me wrong, and I so this year I said like they earned, as a fan, I'm not gonna like count them out because I did that last year. But also I really did turn a page as a sports fan of like I for the longest time I was the negative fan. And I was kind of like, I told you so when they lost. I never wanted them to lose, but I know there's a lot of fans out there that do actually are rooting for them to lose.
You want them to lose, but you want to be right.
Yes,
right?
and
so it's the silver lining when they lose.
Right. It's not that I want to be right, but it's that if it does happen, I was right.
Yeah.
Now, what I've recognized though in the Mets fans is that there's a whole swath of them that want to be right. That would I think if you hook them up to a lie detector and you ask them, they want them to lose so they can be right.
Yeah.
And I'm so anti that because I used to almost be that guy that it like drives me insane to my core that there's guys like Frank and a whole bunch of them that like act like that. So now I go the other way and try to be positive.
Yeah, you're like Germany.
Yeah.
You overcorrected.
Yep. That's it. Yep. Germany, circa 1940. Yeah.
We've all been there. We've all had to overcorrect.
So now there's a part of me that's like, I mean, they're out of the playoff spot for the first time. They're tied right now. They don't own the tiebreaker. They shouldn't make it. They probably won't make it. They don't deserve to make it. And if they do, they'll probably just get smoked. But I'm like pot committed to being the guy who's like, fuck those people. So now I'm like, I think they're gonna get in.
Yeah.
So now I've become the other guy that I hate is the guy who's like, everything's fine. What are you worried about? You know, it's like, no, like this sucks. If you're really into it and you watch every night, you get disappointed, you get bothered. So you don't want to be the guy who's like, just root for your team.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, just don't actively root against your team. Meet me somewhere in the middle like that, you know?
That's a very tough spot, like being the positive guy watching something negative happen. Yeah. We're like, I can't just keep lying to everybody.
Right. I mean,
it's like terrible.
The house is
I
on
also
fire.
have eyes.
The house is on fire, and I'm like, let's just put on a movie. It's fine. Like, it's getting pretty fucking bad over here.
You can apply that to a lot of things. I'll just bury my head in the sand and keep going. It'll be all right. Surely this won't be a major problem.
I mean, like my house on fire example is also a literal one. I'm literally sitting in a broken house. Just, dude, not only still.
You are a sorry sack of shit.
I am a sorry sack of shit, dude. I can't. I try not to complain about the house because I complain to you guys, but not like on the show.
Get it out.
Get it out. I just because at the end of the day, it's like champagne problems. It's like you bought a house and you're spending a lot of money to renovate it. So fuck you, you know. But it's ruined my life. Like at this rate, just being like honest about where I'm at and how much more needs to be done with the winter coming and the holidays coming. I don't think this will be done until next summer.
Really?
I think this is going to be a 2-year project because we're not even close. And they're about to stop. You know, like once the holidays and the winter hits, they're going to be like, oh, I can't do this, can't do that. We'll get to it in March. And then March is going to be, the turnaround's going to be July again. It started in July of last year. And so.
Started July 2024?
Yes. Bro. Mm-hmm. And like, you know. I did this to myself. It's not like it was my fault or somebody else's fault or something. So like I can't complain too much. But when you like I'm just like kind of homeless. That affects like a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if you're like stuck in between apartments, if you are moving, don't know, I'm month to month, I'm subletting, whatever, like you just can't make any plans. Right. You know? So like by now I wanted to have like a home studio in place. There's a couple things I wanted to start that I'm like, well, if I want to start it, I have to start it here now. But it's something that I want to be able to do like every single day if I don't come into the office. So why start it here and then have to change the look and the setting and this and the workflow? So I was just like, let me just wait. But 2 years.
You can't wait another year.
2 years when I'm 40. You know what I mean? It's like I only have so many years being able to do this left.
Yeah.
And,
Bro, imagine your house gets done. You're like, I don't even want it anymore. Like, dude, I had that happen fairly recently.
Imagine.
I had that happen fairly recently at dinner where I ordered Branzino, which I never order.
Yeah, that's a bold move.
But I really wanted it. And I do not exaggerate. It took 2.5 hours to get me my Branzino. But I went to the waiter. Honestly, I wanted this 2.5 hours ago. I don't want this anymore.
That was a spur of the moment thing, bro.
Yeah, like I've never ordered a Branzino. That was you had to get that to me fast. You know, like you want me to sit through a whole dinner picking bones out of my teeth. Get that fucking here quick, dude.
That could have come in like 5 minutes. It might have been too much.
Yeah.
That better be 4 minutes or less. I wasn't gonna want
They
it.
didn't warn you it was gonna take 2.5 hours.
No, it was obviously I don't know what happened, but I.
That's crazy.
Did you just feel like stupid about your order like the whole 2 hours?
Yeah, I just didn't eat. This was Friday night. I just didn't eat. But I survived. I'll be okay. A home is a different thing.
Well, people keep saying when it's done, it's gonna be worth it, and I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that for a lot of people it would be. But I'm not like a kitchen. I'm not gonna be like, ooh, I got my new kitchen.
Yeah.
Now I can cook.
What about your new studio?
That's not even part of the purview of this project. I was just like, when this is all done, I'm gonna like transform this little room like myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess when that happens, that will be good. But like, I did this with cars and houses. Like, very quickly, it just becomes the car that I drive to get from point A to point B, and that place that I lay my head.
Yeah.
So like when I first got it, and also what sucks. This is where I is actually like I had like an existential crisis over it, because it's like I bought that place with like a vision of what life was going to be like, and it's just not like that at all. Like I bought a big yard and the pool. I'm going to transform the court, and my kids are going to play outside, and I'll have everybody over, and Caitlin and her family can come, and we'll do barbecue, and it's just like, that's not my life.
Yeah.
And when my kids are with me, it's like they want to be on their iPads and video games, because that's what they do at my house. So they're not allowed to do it at their mom's house. And like all these things where I'm just like, I don't even need this, man. And I had intentions of doing it, but it's just, you can't force it. You know what I mean? So it's like, if my kids were like outdoor kids and like really like to climb trees and like fucking garden or I don't know, whatever the fuck people do, like that, and then it would be great. They're just like not really that, the way like my family is shaken out. Like she's not coming over my house. My parents are older. They don't really, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, I could have just got like a nice apartment.
I was just gonna say, if you could do it again, would you have done like an apartment in the city?
So I don't know about in the city, but like I would have got something that's either no maintenance, like a super or a board or a condo or something where they just take care of everything.
How far could you get, like, from where you are? How city could you get while also having like a nice apartment?
I don't know. I mean, all things considered, like if I didn't spend the money on the house, I probably could have got something nice. You know what I mean?
But how close? Like I'm asking, just like not even like a financial thing. Like, where do buildings start being like nice buildings?
Yeah, that's a good question.
But also kind of close to the suburbs for you.
It's probably like near where I am. Like I mean, Mount Vernon is like the first like kind of suburb outside the city, but that's like pretty shitty. And then like one town past that is where you can start to get like kind of like luxury high rise type
buildings.
buildings.
Up there.
Yeah, I think like probably 15 minutes like south of where I am. It's like.
So you could
right
like 15 minutes south of you could get city, but also suburbs.
Not quite city. It's tough. I was thinking more just like a nicer building where it's like we know people in this town need to get to the city, but have enough money to have.
But that
nice,
like by city, I'm sorry, I'm doing a terrible job asking this question. By city, I mean like where does like the subway run to?
Right. Yeah. So that. But yeah, I would probably have to go a little bit like to get to like the subway. But like Metro North is there, and that can get you into Grand Central. It wouldn't be too much. I could do it, and that's kind of the worst part. Is it's like. If it was something like, oh, well, I wouldn't even be near the kids, that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
It's like I probably could have figured that out and just had no maintenance, no stress, no fuss, no nothing.
I just asked. I was thinking that last night driving home. I was wondering where the numbers go up to.
Yeah,
I think 237.
I was gonna say I remember like
exit.
252nd Street, something like that, and then it kind of transfers over.
So have you've poured like too much money into move or whatever?
Well, the main thing is this fucking contractor. I paid like a chunk of it up front. And then when we got delayed and stuff, he was like, listen, I still have to do like payroll and insurance. So I paid like a second installment, and we haven't done even close to that amount of work. So I basically have to decide, like, if I want to fire him, I would lose a huge chunk of money, which I was about to do like recently. But then a bunch of other things like held it up. And I was like, so now with the holidays coming, whatever, whoever I hire is gonna be slow. So it's like this is gonna take another 8 months with this guy or 6 months with this guy. I'd rather have all my money than
devil, type deal.
Yeah.
Honestly, I might recommend talking to my dad.
Yeah.
Because he's been through a situation like they had to a year in, they had to fire a contractor.
Okay, then I'll definitely talk to him. That's I need people who have like gone through that part of it.
Yeah.
Because
he it was the house I lived in as a kid. It's the story when we came back and they just built like a house around the house.
Yes,
And it was,
right.
It was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And like they had to I don't think they ever went to court, but like they had to file with the Better Business Bureau. And
I keep hearing if you like nobody's ever gotten their money back from a contractor.
I don't know.
If you want to, you have to go to court, and then it's like you might get some back, but you got to pay fees, and it's like, well, lawyer fees and shit. It's like, what's even the fucking point?
I don't think it was like I don't think they ever got money back or anything like that. But I think my dad was like, I'm not like this can't happen to another person. So like they went to like the Better Business Bureau.
That's interesting. Yeah.
It was like
Damn, good for him.
it was a production. It was
like
a big deal.
I'm at the point. I originally had plans to do content and all that stuff, and like I could never recommend this to anybody.
Yeah.
I don't want to like torpedo the guy, but I'm also like, there's no fucking way I could ever pass this along. So I don't know. I mean, life's long. Maybe my kids will get older and like things will change. They want to like swim in the pool with their friends more and shit like that because they're still like young. So maybe that vision that I had will come to fruition. But it's more just like I don't know. There's a lot of things in my life that I'm like, didn't think it was gonna go this way. It's very weird when you're like, I'm like 40. And a bunch of things went well, and then a bunch of things didn't go well, and it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own actions and your own, your own life. So I'm like, this is my fault or whatever. But I'm also like, I don't think, aside from obvious things that I did wrong, like I didn't do all of this wrong. It's just like, man, everything goes wrong for me. Like, I'm very lucky in a lot of ways, and a lot goes well, and then the other extreme is not at all.
But not to be like deep or whatever, but like. I kind of really like happiness is something that you have to like work for.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's not about like you do have a lot of what you wanted.
Totally.
And there's a big chunk of that's like you gotta stop and smell the roses a little bit,
Very
which is
much
easier
so.
said than done. But
yeah,
like,
I'm almost learning that's
Jackie.
like my
what?
So well said.
Yeah.
Thanks. Just like you'll start feeling it once you let yourself feel it. But I don't.
I agree with that. I think that the house would be like a big part of it. It's very hard to just like come home and be like living in like a fucking construction.
Yeah.
And be
Yeah,
like,
that's
let me smell the roses.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. So, but I do
Easier
get
said
that.
than
It's
done.
the
also,
stress of I think I mentioned that like they're redoing the apartment above me.
Yeah.
And like they were ripping out walls and shit like that. And it only took like 2 weeks and as a person who was like living under it, I was like, I get it. Like you got to redo the apartment. It's not like I'm not complaining. There's no one I can complain to. Like I understand, but I was so stressed. Like honestly, once it stopped, I was like, oh, that's why my last 2 weeks have been a fucking hell.
Yes.
And,
I mean, I'm down to one bathroom basically. So like everybody's showering in one spot, living out of one room. No kitchen, like it's just like that kind of stuff is like and when it is like self-inflicted, it's like, I mean, I don't know. I could have just picked a contractor that worked, and I just didn't. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know. You don't know until you know.
Right.
It's like now I know never that guy again. Maybe this guy. I don't know. But it just seems like sometimes it's like made the wrong decision there, made the wrong decision there, made the wrong decision there, made the wrong decision there. But I also think I'm the type of person that's like, what's next? Like we got to keep going. So I could see even when things are good that I'm not gonna like stop and smell the roses, which is a bad way to be. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I think I'd have to like train myself to do that because until I'm like at least I don't know if I was like 55, I think I'd be like, all right, I'm done here.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna ride it out. Like young enough that I gotta like keep going and think of what's more and what's next and do better and do different. So it's not as easy to just be like, cool.
I'll give men credit. You guys have it hard that you have to like provide.
Shit
Think
sucks,
about,
bro. I was thinking that the other day. I was just like, I gotta just do like everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and there's no like, somebody else will take care of that.
Well,
That's gotta be
I
pretty fucking sweet. I swear to God, if I was a chick, I absolutely would be a trophy wife, gold digger, whatever. In like a not like a bad situation. Of course, like everyone's got to be like safe and happy. But I think I would be totally cool with just being like, he takes care of that.
Yeah. Well, I always remember a tweet that sticks out to me that was like something along the lines of like, if you're stressed right now, remember you're doing the jobs of two people. And it was just comparing like the way society is now to like
that's
where
real.
now like the women work and do the home, men work and do the home, and it's we're still figuring it out.
I really believe that because, like, I mean, it's a speck of time that we've been doing that.
Yeah.
Like, even, you know, I mean, we're basically like the first generation. Like,
Yeah.
all of our parents did not do that. Like, there was one, and we're like the first people to do both. And I don't know. I actually don't know. I was gonna say, like, that's the way it should be, and we just have to figure it out. But it's like, I don't know. Maybe like divide and conquer is a better way to do it.
Well, dividing and conquering.
I really think that, like, if I know
Kevin's
that,
life's really gonna start going bad.
I know that when I just have, you know, between all the Keegan sports, taking a shade of things, events at school, like, I had something at work and something with the family at the end of the day, every day for, like, I don't know, let's say like 10 straight days, you know?
Yeah.
And it just makes it like, I finished up at work. I feel like people used to finish up at work and go home and be like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, done her shit. I've done my shit. You know what I mean? There is something about, like, all right, work's done. Now I got to start my second job.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like,
Yeah.
you know? And even just, like, you know, the weekend hits. Like, the weekends are the worst thing for me. It's all activities, all sports. And then I blink and it's Monday. And it's like, all right, time to record again. Oh, and he has practice tonight. And it just keeps going.
It's just that forever.
Forever. Yeah. And like, I don't think I would ever really be able to be like an absent dad or whatever, just being like, take him to practice, see you later. But if there was like an option to do that every now and then, I think that would be like, I'm out. I can't do it. You know? It just never stops.
Parents these days are at practice every practice?
I
crazy.
am, because that's like an opportunity for me to see them when they're not on my schedule.
Yeah.
So I do that. And I'm always just like a de facto coach. Like, football right now is like, there's 2 coaches. I'm just like the third with them all the time, but I'm not a coach. You know?
Right.
So I do that, and then I've also established that. So Keegan's like, are you coming?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, fuck. But no, I think probably more so than usual, but not like everybody. No.
No. Okay, that's.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty.
You should
extreme
start
when
being
it
real
comes to that.
embarrassing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do kind
Kinda
of
be
say to him,
Karen.
I'm like, hey buddy, like, nobody else's dad's here. Do you want me here? Because I'm sure there's gonna be some like prick kids who are like, oh, you need your dad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm sure that'll happen one day, and then he'll be like, get the fuck out. Until then, I'll be there. I enjoy doing it, but it definitely makes it like, from one job to another all the fucking time.
Do you bring like a lawn chair?
Like as a coach?
Yeah, like right now I'm up and doing shit with them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But Shay is much more like, all her stuff. It's like, nobody stays for a dance practice. Nobody,
Yeah.
So those things I kind of drop off. And she's
That
also,
is something they notice, though. I always remember. I noticed that about
Yeah.
my dad. That like I always remember he was on the phone all the time I was with him. Like on the car, like he was working. He was always with the phone. He was never on his phone at practice. Like every time I looked up, he'd just be watching, and I'd be like, oh, that's
that
pretty
is cool.
Yeah.
So I had almost the opposite of that, because I'm always thinking, like, if I have something to do, I'll just do it there. We're lucky enough that I can do it on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do it. So I'm like, let me be there, but, you know, like, I run off to the sideline, I'm on the phone, or whatever. And one thing, at least with my kids, and I'm pretty sure probably every parent, every kid, like, I was late to pick them up because I was in traffic. I don't know, maybe like 7 years ago. And it's like, Dad's always in traffic. I was like, that was one fucking time. And the other day, Keegan was like, yeah, you're like, you know, I was like, I'll be at your practice. He's like, are you gonna be on your phone? And I was like, God. Probably, or I'm not there at all. What do you pick? You know, it's just like
Kids are like internet commenters. Like, I did it one time,
Yeah.
one fucking time. Get over it.
Really are. They really are. Find a new slant. But like, and sometimes they're justified, but other times it's just like they're young. That was their only experience of it, so they're just like, oh yeah, you were there that one time and you were on your phone. You were late because of traffic one time.
Yeah.
You whatever, you know. I mean, when they were probably like 2 and 1, one time I burned the bacon and it set off a fire alarm, and they're scarred for life. It was such a loud alarm that now when fireworks go off or a buzzer at a gym, they go,
Oh, really?
and I was like, okay, I overcooked the bacon once and I scarred you for life. Like, there's just zero margin for error ever.
Just wait till you guys hear about mass shootings, okay? A lot more problems in this world.
It makes you feel like better. Like you're a really good dad, and I think the older I get, I always think about how grateful I am to have. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
for
like
sure.
you notice it.
Yeah, that's
And
good to hear that. Like,
I think
I
about
notice
ways like that I could have been messed up, but I'm just like, no, I deserve better.
I was talking about that this weekend with my parents, where like there were things when I was a kid. I didn't think they were uncool, not by any stretch of the imagination, but cool parents did other things. Like they played video games with us and swore, and they gambled.
And you stay up late.
But,
and,
yeah. And I can remember like one friend's parents like always went to Vegas, and I thought it was like so uncool that my parents didn't do like gambling shit. And then like they didn't swear with us. They didn't like. And then my parents were like my parents are cool people, but like they didn't like treat kids like adults, and that bothered me. And now I'm older, I'm like, thank fucking God you guys weren't like that.
Yeah, those people were fucking losers.
Like I had one buddy who like his dad would like play video games with us with a backwards hat, and he'd be like, you guys fucking suck. And I'd be like, this guy's the man.
Those people are like legitimately the biggest losers in the world. You're like old, fat, and washed up in Vegas. Like, what happens in Vegas?
Yeah.
It's like you're 50. You're embarrassing yourself.
And my parents would be like, turn off the idiot box, go outside.
Yeah,
And I'd be like, my parents are so uncool. We gotta go play outside, dude.
I think that's like the great like paradox or whatever you want to call it is like, your kids don't appreciate you until like it's too late, basically. It's like, fucking told you so.
But like literally this weekend, I don't know why I was talking to my parents about it. I was like, thank fucking God you guys weren't like that.
Yeah, it's and I also like there's I want to like be a very proactive parent, and I'm trying to like, they're basically getting to the age where they're gonna figure everything out that happened once they're on the internet, and I'm like, I really gotta like put my big boy pants on here and like parent through that.
Yeah.
And like if a question comes up that like I could probably use that to open the door and just have the conversation, and I'm just like, you wanna play video games? I'm always like, okay, now's the time. It's like almost bedtime. I haven't showered yet. I'll do it tomorrow.
Are they're that old? That's happening at their age? Like internet and stuff like that?
Yeah. They like it started out like they were on YouTube, they were on playing their games, and then like they started to Google things, and I was like, they probably already have. If you learn how to Google, probably the third thing you're gonna do is Google your parents. Just names, like it's probably like boobs, like video games, boobs, and then my dad's
Don't
name.
worry, boobs keeps you in a chokehold for about a decade.
It was very funny this weekend. They did an outdoor movie night where they set up a big inflatable screen in the parking lot of the school. And so I took the kids.
Oh,
there.
I thought that was your house. I saw that.
Yeah, because I actually do have the same one, and it made me think. I was like, I should just like do this in my backyard, like try to what I was just explaining, like, hey, I'm gonna put the movie screen up, bring your kids over.
Yeah,
like,
oh fuck yeah.
But like that
cool.
requires me to like fucking do these things. So like, that's why I'm like, as much as I'm throwing a pity party, it's like fucking do it, dude. If that's what you want to do it. The NFL is back, and that means you got to go to tailgates, and that means packed stadiums and that buzz before kickoff, and you want to be a part of all of that. But getting into that is a nightmare usually, right? You got to find tickets. You got to worry about, are they authentic? You got to worry about getting them and transferring to your friends, all those things. Price jumps, queues, all that. Not anymore with Gametime. If you want to be there, beer in hand, losing your voice with the crowd with zero fuss, at the best price available, Gametime is the only option for you. The app that gives you the advantage back to fans. It's basically like a hack for unlocking amazing prices and amazing experiences in just a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use. They have the Gametime guarantee, which means you can trust that you will get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price possible as you get closer to the event, whether it's a sporting event, a concert, a stand-up comedy, Broadway, any sort of live entertainment. The prices actually drop, so you don't have to get them early. You can wait to the last minute. You can get a better price, get your tickets, and transfer them easily, and fees are always included. What do we got? Anything good right now?
Yeah, it's insane.
There's living in New York is crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Like, this is all over the next month or so. Sabrina Carpenter, MSG, Chapel Roan, Forest Hills. We got UFC at MSG. We got the Ryder Cup here this weekend.
Wow.
We got on the same level. We have the Boston Bruins preseason game tomorrow night. NBA YoungBoy.
Back, huh?
Yeah, dude. When I saw their first preseason game, I think last night, and I just saw the account like puck drop, and I was like, What?
What?
What are you talking
still
about?
summer.
The puck is dropped.
Yeah, that's crazy. Damn.
Also, Cowboys are in town this weekend. There's,
That's right.
And obviously New York City is one thing, but if you're in a town, look, there's something to do this weekend, and it's going to be fun. Go.
Take the guesswork out of buying any of those tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and then use code KFC at checkout for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code KFC for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Gametime app today. This show is sponsored by Betterhelp. We turn to some funny places for support. Most people turn to a podcast. But not everyone is a therapist, and not everyone, mostly like podcast hosts, and not everyone is the one. So you got to find the right match with BetterHelp. BetterHelp does the initial matchmaking work so you can focus on your actual therapy goals, not finding the therapist. They find the therapist, you work with the therapist to get better. You don't have to worry about that first part. Short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and their 10-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment means that they typically get it right the first time. And if you're not happy, you can switch to a different therapist at any time for any of the other tailored recommendations. There's over 30,000 therapists to choose from, and they're the world's largest online therapy platform. They've served over 5 million people globally, and they are the largest online therapy provider in the world. They can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. So find the one with BetterHelp, and our listeners can get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/KFC. It's the fall, everything gearing back up, work gets hard again, school's back in session, activities, your schedule gets crazy, you got the holidays on the horizon, the weather's turning, seasonal affective disorder. There's a lot of reasons to make sure you're taking care of your mental health at this point, and BetterHelp are the guys to do it. So go to BetterHelp.com/KFC. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/KFC for 10% off your first month. But so we played the Sandlot, and it was the first time they saw the Sandlot, and so it was like the school is like K through 8, but I'm sure like the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders like were barely there. So it was like all young kids. So when Squints kisses Wendy Peppercorn, the place went bonkers. Cover in their eyes. Shay got up from her friends, ran over to me, and was like, "Did you see that?" So then I was like, okay, like we're still innocent enough that like a boy kissing a girl was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm sure, she was sitting with, some older kids who were like, she's gonna suck his dick. But it was that was like a cute moment. Also, it was like we got there, I set up like these 3 lawn chairs, and then like Shay sees her friends over there, Keegan sees his friends over there. They both look at me like, "Can I go with my friends?" I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, go for it." Shay ran over to me like 7 times during the movie.
Oh.
And I was like, at first she came over, she's like, "How you doing?" She kissed me. I was like, "Oh, cool, have fun." And she came back pretty quickly, and she was like, "How are you?" And I was like, "I'm good.
Yeah.
You can go with your friends if you want." And she was like, No, I want to. I wanted to see you. And I don't know whether that was true or not, but like she just kept coming over to like check on me, and I was like, "Oh." So that was funny. But it was like there was a part of me that was like worried, like, okay, they're like adults and on the verge, and we're gonna have a very big conversation soon. And then it was like, never mind. You're watching the Sandlot and screaming. Yeah. It's a very weird, like, that could go either way, because I think some of his friends are already asking questions, and where do babies come from, and what's this and that, and then he is like, doesn't know anything about it anymore, so.
You gotta lock in for the "where do babies come from" combo though, because my mom like didn't want to fully have the conversation, so she half explained it, and then I thought babies just came from scissoring for like a long time, so I kind of thought lesbian sex could create babies.
You're like, "Oh fuck, I'm a heterosexual. This
Yeah.
I'm
like,
one of them."
How did she
kind
half
of like,
explain it to scissoring?
it was like, because it is kind of like, your like it's
You
so
rub your
weird.
crotches together and a
Yeah.
baby pops
I
out.
was like, scissoring. I didn't know guys had like a thing that they put in a girl.
Yeah.
I thought it was just scissoring. And then when I found out how it actually was, I was like, my mom fucking lied.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm on the one hand, I'm a fan of like they have their whole life to be adults. Like my kids still believe in Santa Claus and shit like that. They're probably Shay is certainly too old for that, and I'm like, whatever. Like, let her have one last season of magic. But then I'm also like, you're gonna be the girl who goes to school in November. Like, what are you guys getting from Santa? And someone's gonna be like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then it's like, why didn't you tell me, Dad? So I'm like, when's that? I think I'd rather be like in trouble for that than like I don't think I could ever just ruin the magic.
Yeah.
Like
nah.
if somebody had like an inkling, I'd be like, yeah, okay. But if she's like, hey, we need to make my list for Santa, and I was just like, Santa's not real. I could never do that.
You can't do that.
I had like I've told this before too. Like I had like a fight with my dad for the talk. because he tried it too early.
Right.
And I remember we were driving to my aunt's house in Sudbury, and he was just like, I was sitting passenger seat, he was sitting driver's seat, and he was like, so, you know about boobs? And I was like, no.
Should I?
And he's like, no, you don't have to lie to me. Like, we're having a conversation. And I was like, I'm not lying. I don't know.
I promise, dude.
And he's like, I know people have taken pictures of naked girls into school. And I was like, oh, if they're not showing them to me, dude.
I swear, bro.
And he's like, you're at the age you've definitely seen a naked woman. I was like, yo, are you fucking making fun of me now? Like,
I was the opposite,
You
dude.
calling me a pussy, bro?
My dad had the conversation like 5 years too late. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm actively having sex. Enough. It's not easy, though. It's like one of those things where, like, when they were like babies or when I'm first becoming a dad, I was like, here's how I'm going to do everything. And then you're staring in the face of it and you're like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Nope. Kicking that can down the road. Fucking terrible, man. So, yeah, anyway, that's... I'm a sorry sack of shit. Yeah, so the Mets.
I honestly didn't. Yesterday I just watched the Pats. Football's on too often now.
No,
NFL football's on too often.
Every goddamn day of the
I
week.
just watched my one team, but I saw. I guess I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Like I saw the Jets were playing the Bucks, and I just thought, well, they're gonna get fucking smoked, and didn't even check in on the score.
Well, they did though. That's what was weird. It was like 26-3, and then they just like rattled off a couple touchdowns.
Oh, really?
So then it was like 26-20. I think that's like exactly what it was. It was like they scored 2 touchdowns, so it was like 26-6. Scored 2 touchdowns, just 20. And I was like, all right, I gotta like tune back in because I was like, I'm done for the fucking day.
Yeah.
And then he blocked the field goal, so it was, they did come back, but for the majority of the day, it was another dog shit game. They really make me sick. The Mets are like a sickness and like a part of my life that I can't shake. I think I could a few more years of this with the Jets. I'll be like, I'm just done.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking done. The thing about it is it's easy enough to just tune in once a week,
Yeah.
The Mets is a true fucking sickness.
It is really just like watching you walk into a screen door.
Every
There's a screen door there.
fucking
There's a screen door there every year. Okay. Hey,
Every September
Still
we all
screen door,
gather
yeah.
around. Hey, Kev's about to step on the rake.
Yeah.
Everyone look.
But I also, like, up until this weekend when I was a mess, like, I made peace with it where it's just like, my sports experience is just not your sports experience.
Yeah.
Like, you did it one way. My thing is just, it's always going to be bad and then be really excited when it's good. I don't know. It's kind of like life.
Yeah.
Like, most of these days
I think
are
that's
gonna
a good
suck.
rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of at peace with that. But then yesterday, really, like, I relapsed to the old me where I was like, but it's just, that's where I'm like, to the fans of any team, but I see it a lot in New York where in the past, it was like people hated the team because the owners were bad and they were putting together a shitty team on purpose to save money. That, to me, is worth being fucking hating, This is like they put together a good team and they're playing bad. I don't know. And there are fans who are like screaming to fire this guy and trade that guy. And I'm like, I'm just going to say, hey, they put together a good team. It didn't work out. And I hope it does.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be that guy. And it comes across as kind of like naive and idealistic, and you sound just like a dopey, like, it'll be okay. But I'd rather
I don't
be
think
that
it
guy.
does. I know we joked about it when we were talking about like positive Tommy.
Yeah.
And like Tommy watching the Yankees, but like when I watch sports, I'm not like that dude's not trying. Like
I know.
he's trying. He's
Right.
trying his
Well, you
fucking.
know what the main
he might not be
thing-
very good, but he's trying his fucking best out there.
This is what drives me crazy about Mets fans. The amount of Mets fans who will, and I'm sure this is like a lot of fans, they like watch the post game. I have not watched a post game interview with a coach of any sport in a decade. And maybe, I don't know, maybe people just don't realize this, or maybe like somewhat being a part of the media, we do, or I don't know, people are just idiots. They just are serving you bullshit,
Yeah.
So like, can you believe that Mendoza went out there and said, well, we just got to try to put it together and play? Yeah, of fucking course he said that, because he can't go out there and be like, we fucking suck and I hate you. And, so like they get bent out of shape about these things that are just like, yeah, okay, get upset that he said that. Like,
that is what I'm again the kind of same way where it's like, yeah, he's just saying something. Like
it's something that he has to say to like keep things.
what gets
keep the
me
peace,
actually
like,
mad is when they fuck up, but then I very quickly I'm like, well, he didn't do that on purpose.
He's trying. Yeah, he didn't want to strike out in the bottom of the ninth. I promise you that.
That's where I'll have a flash of rage, like, you fucking idiot, and then I'm like, well, I mean, he didn't throw an interception on purpose, so like, I
Yeah.
can't really get that mad
And
about
they'll
it.
be like, you can just tell they don't care.
Yeah.
First of all, how could you tell? And secondly, yes, they fucking do. I don't know. They're like, people want flip tables and screaming and yelling. It's like,
It's like what a coach used to always yell at you. Like I'll get mad at mental mistakes.
right.
Physical mistakes is I
That's
know
a
you didn't
sport.
do it on purpose
You
in
missed
sports.
the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know from your days in soccer,
Well,
right?
I remember like my coach yelling at me for stuff that I was like, well, that I couldn't have done anything. Like,
Yeah,
there was nothing
right.
else that I could
Let me
have
ask you this: when you were playing sports, did you watch sports? You never watched sports,
No,
right?
I never cared. I really
That's
didn't.
weird to me.
Yeah.
I feel like every little boy's life, like stereotypically speaking, is like you get into sports in general.
Right.
Whereas girls are like, I
feel
play
like
this,
kinda
but I don't
watch
like watch it. You know.
Soccer a little bit.
I guess
like,
watching soccer is a little different too. It's just never been a thing in this country.
Yeah.
But, like,
It's just a 12-year-old girl getting up at 4 a.m.
Yeah,
to watch
yeah,
Tottenham.
yeah.
Premier League.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a little different, but it's funny that it's like, I mean, my world is like totally separate, like different. Keegan will play, but could not be less interested in watching, and Shay is like knows the stats and the players and
Really?
all that. Yep.
Cool.
Hannah, my
Shay.
sister was like that with basketball.
Yeah.
She like knew all the stats for basketball.
Yeah, I think it's just also
She called
like
herself Jesse Phoenix Suns. I don't know.
Kids are weird,
She
man.
would watch the boys play basketball and she'd like commentate it.
That's
really?
funny.
She'd wear like one of my old Phoenix Suns hats and she would just commentate the game. We called her Jesse Phoenix Suns.
Oh.
Yo, isn't it so weird when like that's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yeah, no, my sister called our games,
yeah.
and we called her Jesse Phoenix Suns. And I don't know, that's what we did.
Yeah.
There's like so many weird things that like your family just does, and you're like,
Yeah.
you think is normal, and you grow up, you're like, oh wait, no, we're fucking
Yeah,
so bizarre.
yeah.
So goddamn weird.
The only thing that's kind of got like my TikTok right now is just all like NFL edits. I don't really know why, but that's kind of gotten me into it a little bit. Like you put a cool,
So like the production side of things.
well, like yeah, but like if you just put cool music to it, then I'm kind of like for some reason it's a lot of Bills stuff, so I'm kind of rooting for the Bills. I kind of want them.
That
to-
shit works, man. That's like, it's like making a little movie. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You put the right
Do you-
soundtrack, the right highlights. Like,
I guess you guys just said that you don't watch like the post game interviews, but like sometimes in Love Island you can tell when somebody's trying to do something for the TikTok audio, and I feel like all these edits are like it starts with some kind of post interview game, but they say something really cool, and then it goes like right into the music. Can you tell that with a post game interview?
some guy, I mean, like the Jason Tatums of the world, you know that he's.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah.
certain guys where it's like you're trying to.
Yeah, you're doing
order
it.
I would-
fun,
I
as they
like
say, but
the
it's pretty
TikTok
few and far
edit.
between.
I can't relate to, but
Yeah.
like you definitely used to hear people say things where you're like the one that sticks out to me is Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
Like anything is possible.
Oh, yeah.
He was supposed to say impossible is nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah,
That was Adidas's.
Yeah.
which is I
slogan.
don't know if that's ever been confirmed, but like
yeah, I think like people assume.
it
so,
seemed a little odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you say? Anything is possible.
I think everyone believes this would be impossible
Is
nothing, and he said anything is possible.
Yeah. But like you could see like again, I guess it's a TikTok quote, but like aura farming.
Yeah.
You could see it before that phrase existed.
How about this fucking kid, the Nebraska quarterback, Dylan
Paiva? No, Dylan Paiva's a
Ra-
Vanderbilt.
Ra-
quarterback.
Raiola, who's just like single white female with
Diego
with,
Paiva's Vanderbilt.
with Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Like, so this kid's playing for Nebraska. He has the same haircut as Mahomes, like that shaved, like
Yeah.
kind of mole thing. Wears the same number. He plays for a red team too, so they look like very similar. And, like does these like mannerisms, like Mahomes does this thing where he like kind of runs and he jumps and lifts both feet in the air.
Yeah.
And he like looks at the
Yeah.
crowd and like this kid did the exact same thing. And he is like fed up with the comparisons. He's like, stop comparing me. And it's like,
Oh.
Yeah.
and he's like, I had the haircut first. I wore numbers,
What?
whatever number it is, since I was like a
15.
kid, 15 since I was a kid. And it's like Office Space with Michael Bolton, though. It's like, well, you were first, but he's Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
So you now have the Patrick Mahomes
Yeah,
haircut,
yeah.
and you now have Patrick Mahomes' number. Sorry, bro. Like, it just is what it is.
Did you guys ever see that girl that like she was convinced that Kendall Jenner was like copying her Instagram, and this girl had like 2,000 followers or whatever.
I kind of respect
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It was the funniest
Was
thing.
there any, like, actual...
No, it was literally her like.
I was convinced for a couple days.
Okay,
That doesn't surprise me.
as soon it started, like late as it went on, I was like, okay, maybe. But then I think that Kendall Jenner, my theory is
into it a
like
little?
fed into it, and like
Yeah.
heard about it. But it at first literally started with like her being on a like tanning chair, with a book, and then Kendall Jenner had tanning chair with a book. Like the
It's like
most.
this girl's just tanning and
Yeah,
reading a book.
yeah, it was crazy. But maybe I missed like the damning ones, but it was a whole thing.
I really respect that move. Just calling out some of the most famous people. I mean, that used to bother me. Like,
I was say we used to do that. Barstool used to do that.
oh, like claiming people stole from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I also used to get.
Also,
Sometimes-
there wasn't stuff where I don't think we ever were like that's ours, and we were wrong.
Do you have like examples in your head?
Well, I mean, I remember the kid saying, "Who's your quarterback? Zach Wilson is good," and he was saying, "We stole."
Yeah.
is
No,
good."
that was straight Jack. Like that was
And-
you for sure. You invented.
But
that.
like I'm thinking I have obviously a better memory of things of my own. But like I feel like there was a while where Barstool would be like, we want credit for that. And we still do it to like an extent where like it's more jokey when someone like DMs someone that someone's getting traded and it's like, please credit me.
Yeah.
But we were definitely like
I was
they're
never-
taking information from us and using it.
I never I don't like need credit, but I almost wanted acknowledged. Like, all right, you did take that from us.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, remember the Revis picture with the watermark or with the Millmore watermark?
Yeah.
Like,
At
sometimes
Logan.
we just like set a trap
Yeah.
and they all fucking bought into it.
There was
but-
one who was the fucking Brandon. It was a double B cornerback signed the same year as Revis. I forget his name, but that was one we had too because like someone just emailed the tips email like
I saw him.
it was like Rappaport just tweeted that like Brandon Bauer. What the fuck was his name? He's a hard hitter. He's got that one play where he blew up someone on the Chargers. Whatever. The point is someone emailed the tips email and was like, hey, I just saw Rappaport say this guy's on his way back to Seattle to check in with them. He might sign with them. I'm just telling you, I'm at Patriot Place and I'm serving him drinks.
That's not true.
He did not leave.
Yeah.
He signed. He told me he's signing here.
Interesting.
And so
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, obviously, I didn't even check whether or not that IP address belonged to a bartender or whatever. I just like
Doesn't matter.
was like
We're
Brandon
going with
Bauer
it.
signed with the Patriots. I don't think it was Brandon Bauer, but what is fucking?
But it's so funny how much like credit like runs the internet.
yeah.
Like it is, and it means virtually nothing unless you like make that your profession. If you're like a beat reporter who needs scoops,
Brandon Browner. I was right. Yeah,
it does not matter at all if we had it first.
right.
You know?
No.
Like if you make a career out of it, fine. But the rest of it, it does not
Did
matter.
not
People
matter.
are just like, credit me, write my Twitter name in that tweet. It's like okay.
For some reason, I have all the reporters because I had to for one time do something. So I have like Albert Breer, Ian Rappaport, like all there, whatever. And I actually do notice I'm always just like Adam Schefter is such a slow piece of shit. Like he's the last,
that,
guy to
Schefter?
tweet. Yeah,
You're
sorry.
slipping, you bum.
I mean, this new guy, like this younger guy, what's his name?
Rappaport?
No, I guess he's not younger, but like Ari Miroff or whatever. He's the guy. He gets them all first.
I honestly don't know who that is.
Yeah, because he's the guy.
Why? What is this? Like the Jets maybe or something? Why?
No, I just like for all of them because no, it wasn't for the Jets. It was during draft day, whatever NFL draft. I was like working the
You were doing the show?
graphics, so then I had to like put the graphics up like
That's
when.
very funny.
So then I had to have the
Albert
first
Breer
one.
and
Yeah.
Rappaport. What?
Yeah.
Speaking of contracts, do you guys know what's happening with the NHL? The NHL contract situation. So the NHL is going nuts because Florida teams keep winning the Stanley Cup. They've won like 3 or 4 in the last 5 years or so. Maybe more than that because Tampa won one before COVID, I think. But Tampa and Florida win the cup a lot. They're very good. And for some reason, the hockey world blames it on salary, on taxes.
Yeah.
Where they're like, well, of
Everybody
course they're
comes here.
good. Florida doesn't have state taxes, which I don't understand the argument because every sport has teams in Florida and Texas.
Yeah.
And
They
they
don't
don't,
always
win
win.
the championship every time. So
Right.
like, I don't really get
Right.
where the argument's coming from, but it's becoming a big thing. And then Marchand commented on it this weekend where he was saying, there 3 good players stayed in Florida with their Stanley Cup team. And he was just like, yeah, that probably wouldn't be able to happen in another state. Like it's easy for us. So people are like very upset about it. And what I want to tap into is why haven't blue states started saying, well, we have abortions.
Especially in the hockey world,
Right?
bro.
Like, that's fucking better than taxes
You
in
might
some places.
save some money, but you're gonna find yourself in a pickle.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to get out of it.
Like, Boston Bruins, I'm talking to you. I'll do the PSA video. I'll do whatever you guys want. Like, we got something we can sell too. Okay?
You and your puck sluts are gonna need it. Okay.
I saw a tweet the other day that Stefon Diggs currently has 4 baby mamas or something like
Bro,
that.
I read.
Why do you think he signed with the Pats?
Yeah.
Like,
I read that.
Stefon Diggs, Bills. Used to be
Used to
Josh
be on the
Allen's
Bills,
receiver.
yeah.
I know that from my edits.
I read it said that Stefon Diggs may have had anywhere between 2 and 5 baby mamas this year.
yeah.
This year. Cardi. First of all, Cardi B.
Where was he playing before this? He had somewhere between Buffalo and New England. Houston? He might have been in Houston.
He's like,
Wouldn't have had that shit if he signed with New England.
bro. Cardi made a video talking about how like all the people are talking about her being pregnant with him and like how he's just got other baby mamas and shit.
Cardi pregnant with Stefon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, and she is Cardi B's like my favorite woman on the planet Earth, and she was doing this little like what?
I did not know that about
I'll run this shit like Cardi B.
I
Seriously, never
love
heard you
Cardi
Kevin,
B.
20 minutes. Kevin's gonna be in the car like that.
Bro,
Going,
new
go,
album.
go.
I listened to her whole album start to finish. I love Cardi. Yep, whole thing. She fucking killed it, by the way. She was doing this video, like she's cooking, and she's like, she was just almost like running this little skit in her head. She was like, "Oh hey Barbara. Oh hey Shirley. Oh we have the same baby daddy. Fuck, I don't know." and she's just like whipping something up, and she's like, and she's kind of talking to herself. She's like, "What are we gonna do? I don't know. We're just gonna figure it out like we always do." I was like, listen, if there's anybody.
Cardi B is Kevin's spiritual advisor.
She is my spirit animal. Like she's just like, I don't know, whatever, man. I'm pregnant again.
We're just gonna figure it out. Like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that's me. Fucking,
He's
she's got a 1-year-old at home and a new baby. She's like, I don't know, figure it out.
Probably a Mets fan too.
I mean, that's got to be best case scenario. Is at
Where is
least,
she? Where is she from? Is she from?
She's the Bronx.
She's from the
Yeah,
Bronx.
she's the Bronx.
so
Oh, wow.
That's also part of it. Yeah, she's probably a Yankees fan. But like, if you got to share, you know, if you got to have like 4 other baby mamas in your life, let one of them be a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
That's one I don't have to worry about. At least we're good. Yeah, I love Cardi. Cardi's my girl.
Cardi, no, underrated, underratedly hilarious.
She was supposed to do the after party at the wedding I was at this weekend.
What?
No way.
Yeah, she pulled out. I guess she's pregnant or something.
Might be a little hard at the moment. I mean, she's planning like a tour. I don't know how she's gonna do anything.
Wait, did her and Stefon Diggs like date, or are they just
Yep.
like? Okay.
I think they're currently
I
dating.
think
I think
they're
they
still
still are.
dating. Yeah, but
I'm
it
not
was-
positive about that.
Moved
But
a little fast, I'd say.
yeah.
Um,
Maybe she's like, I don't want to learn this dance number.
it's gonna be so much easier if I just pass it off.
Yeah.
We'll just get a bunch
I'll
of
just
features.
I'll stand here pregnant as hell. You guys all dance behind me.
It's like the Rihanna like on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Dude, her album is very funny. She's got like a couple songs that are like very like introspective, talking about her and Offset and their relationship shit. Yeah. But then there's a song that's just like one of like the hook or like a part that she keeps going back to is basically like, I didn't say anything when you hoes were fucking my man, so like shut the fuck up. Kind of like, listen, I'm not a snitch. Like I know he was fucking around, but like I never said anything, so I deserve credit for that. She destroys you know the singer Bia? Do you know her?
Yeah.
She calls her diarrhea Bia. It's over. Sometimes those like playground disses are the worst. She says like diarrhea Bia, like breath smells so bad, like you can smell it before you come in the room or something like that. And I was just like,
Does Bia have anything to do with?
yeah, like
Diarrhea?
Bia's been like taking shots at her, and Cardi's been away. Like she hasn't. This is her first album in like 7 years, so I think she's just been like building up, and she fucking flames like everybody. She destroyed everybody. It was very impressive.
You do
She is
glow
she is
and
that
light up
bitch.
when you talk about Cardi
She
B.
is that bitch. I love her.
Bless you.
What did you guys do this weekend? Anything good? Oh, this
Got
bitch is
fucking ditched by Cardi B.
Wait, yeah. You are like sneaky. Always at a wedding suddenly.
I don't think so. I think it was like a wedding a month maybe.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a
A
lot.
wedding a month?
And then
got 12
you
weddings
never
a
tell
year?
anybody about them. Yeah.
Well, maybe a wedding a month's a stretch, but like I guess what month are we in? September. I've probably been to like 7, 8 weddings this year. Yeah.
That's insane.
That was insane.
Like pretty much most people go through like their late 20s, early 30s, where it's like, oh, it's summer season, I got to go to a bunch, and then like that stops.
But I did. I never had that. I always say
so
that.
they're all happening like
yeah.
now. Yeah.
But honestly, most of these aren't like really my friends either. It's like my siblings and stuff.
So low-key. Wait, did your sister?
No, she's next month.
Okay, got it.
DraftKings Casino has your playbook for gaming action all season long. You can play thousands of popular slots for a shot at jackpots. Over $400 million has already been awarded. That's crazy. So I know everybody here is doing a lot of sports betting, and we got the parlays and the props and the anytime touchdowns. But if you're into the casino and the table games and the slots, DraftKings has got you covered. Right now, new players get 500 spins on Huff and More Puff over the course of the next 10 days. So you sign up, you can play Huff and More Puff, and over 10 days, you get 500 free spins. That happens when you download the app and then use promo code KFC. You claim your spins after your first $5 wager. So download it, go to the casinos, put up a $5 bet, and then you can get 500 free spins on Huff and More Puff, all through DraftKings Casino, home of the largest jackpot win in online casino history. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Fall always feels like a reset between the summer ending and getting back to school, busier routines, shorter days. Do you like the shorter days? Where do you fall on that?
Yeah. I don't have blinds, brother.
Bro, you I love that. Dude, wait, I can't decide, like,
That's the worst in the summer when you don't have blinds and you're like, I just need the sun to go down.
and it's like 9:38.
so I can watch a goddamn movie.
No, I love it, man. It gets early. You wake up, it's still dark. It gets dark early. But it's a crazy time of year where everything gets more hectic. And so sitting down to cook a full meal, start to finish, is a lot. And that's why I love Factor. Chef-prepped, dietitian-approved meals that make it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious no matter how hectic the season gets. More variety means more meals. You can choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp, maybe even a little branzino, who knows, at no extra cost. And you can support your wellness goals. Enjoy even more GLP-1 friendly meals and new Mediterranean diet options packed with protein and good-for-you fats. I've always waxed poetic about Factor. Their meals I don't know how they do it. It's like you would really, if you're like me, I was skeptical over microwaving meals that are ordinarily something that needs to be like slowly cooked and prepared by a chef, and I don't know how they do it. They're delicious.
They're so good.
And they got it all from like dips and snacks to sit-down meals to breakfast, dessert. They got it all, sides. So Factor is great if you are not into the cooking and cleaning and shopping and all that. Eat smart at factormeals.com/KFC50off. And then use code KFC50off to get 50% off your first box, plus free breakfast for an entire year. That's code KFC50OFF at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box, plus the free breakfast for a year. It's delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Did you see that this bitch is a smitten kitten?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah. Oh.
I actually, I learned that the other day, though.
That she was smitten?
I learned it off air.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm disgusted with myself. I don't know how I got to this point, but I'm down bad. Yeah.
It was like an Instagram story that was like, you make me laugh like endlessly, and she's just like.
Is that what you posted?
Yeah.
And then the next one, and then the next video
Wait,
was.
you posted a "You Make Me Laugh"
It was my
endlessly.
birthday.
Oh, I didn't realize
teared
it
up
was-
at your Instagram story.
I didn't realize
Really?
his
Like,
birthday.
dead
That's different.
serious.
That is a
That's
little different.
All right.
I didn't.
But
say
I
happy
balanced it
birthday.
out before with I said happy birthday first.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
might
the
have
slide
missed
I
it. There
saw
were
just said
You
like.
guys had
pictures.
back-to-back weekends back for each other's birthdays.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like
Smitten.
was my Instagram story like when you watched it, was it like a lot? Then I was in my head being like, was it? But I also balanced
I didn't
out
realize
with,
it was
like,
his
some-
birthday.
Yeah.
The slide I saw, I don't think said, maybe like the one before it said happy birthday or something. I didn't notice it. So that one just said like, you make me laugh, and then the next one was like, you make me happy, and I was like, oh my god, are they getting engaged right now? Is the next one gonna be him like down on his knees?
Jackie's a gay man. What
Do they like go quick, or do gay people?
I don't know. It just sounds kind of gay to me.
It's a
How
wrap
was the
for you.
weekend as a whole? Obviously
Weekend
pretty
was-
good.
Yeah, it was a good weekend in
You're
Chicago.
like, it's terrible.
Yeah. It was really Chicago was like gorgeous. But it was a good weekend. Not much to report. Sorry.
What'd you do?
Kind of just like walked around. Went to shout out Dante. Dante got us a good reservation. But then I was kind of like, that's awkward. Like I had to because he got a good reservation. So then I felt the need to get a reservation. But then I was like, now we're just kind of like utilizing like our coworkers.
Yeah, fuck that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Is
you
it
see
fine?
his dumbass tweet this
Make
weekend?
like Dante
Well,
and Rico worthwhile.
Yeah.
do something for me, you weirdos.
Did you see Dante's tweet this weekend?
No. What he said.
Oh, he's the best. He's the fucking best, dude. It's honestly one of the very few tweets I saw this weekend. It's just some like, I don't know, a scene from Venom. and it was about an alien landing in Vegas. And he just quoted it, and there it is.
Like he thought it was a real video of
See if
aliens?
it's still up. He's
Jesus
so stupid.
Christ.
He's the best.
Oh, it's a box of rocks,
Like
man.
I honestly, I kind of want to talk to him and be like, when is he gonna find out? You know what I mean? Like we've been telling him for 2-3 years, longer. I've been telling him for 15 years.
I don't think he realized
Like,
it.
hey, dude, you're really dumb. When does he realize it?
It's fucking funny.
I gotta find this one, and
He
they like
deleted some stuff this weekend.
it is, and there it is.
It's like Tyrese does the same thing.
Like they were
Dante and Tyrese are the same internet user.
Yeah, I think he deleted
It's
it.
like, yeah, you're just posting videos from a movie.
No, he still got it up. He still got it
No
up.
way. Oh my god. And there it is.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah.
RA tweeted, "Oh, sweet Dante. Don't get fooled by the AI, Dante."
he's
Wait.
so.
Dante, that's
Like,
not
what is-
real.
Is it not real?
It just
No,
I've seen Venom. It literally looks like a scene from Venom. I think it might be
Yeah.
It's just like a
And there it is.
like I feel like we brushed past it. I genuinely want to know. Like Dante, when are you convinced?
Oh.
Like when are you sure? And stupid's a stretch, but well, not really. But the like when do you reach the point when you go?
Wait, somebody made this edit. Said this one's even creepier. Just a sign pops up that says Dante gay.
like it doesn't have to be like he doesn't have to accept it or anything like that. Just like when does
No, but
like
you know what he does need to do? You cannot be like, I'm the information guy at Barstool. Read me for my like conspiracy theory truths, and then think that movies are real.
Yeah.
You can't do that. If he's just like, I'm the dumb goofy guy, it's like, all right, fine, whatever,
Right.
you know. But then he's gonna go write 20,000 words on like the mayor and why like the world is corrupt, and it's like you thought
That's
that
what
aliens
I
are
mean.
real.
When is it like I'll focus on the things I can actually figure out.
Yeah.
Versus
Be a DJ.
Yeah.
Go do DJ
Like
hospitality.
Dante, I think you have a lot to offer this world, brother. I don't think it is
Investigative journalist.
investigated. Yeah, I don't think it's like overturning conspiracies. Well, like, when is the point where he at least second guesses before hitting send on a tweet? Before he goes,
Yeah, wait a second.
maybe I'll think about it for a
Yeah.
second.
Dude, I hated even just talking about Charlie Kirk, Jimmy Kimmel, anything where I'm like, all right, this is like serious and I have to like think and make sure I'm not getting anything wrong. I'm like,
Yeah.
I hate this.
Yeah.
Because probably I am. Like, I'm probably getting something wrong, or I probably don't know the full picture, or I'm not informed enough.
Turns out journalism's fucking hard.
People should go to school for this or something. Learn how to do this. Crazy.
I do respect that. Like, if you're gonna,
It is funny if you think back on like the last decade. You're like, when did things go awry? It's like when we stopped thinking journalism was hard.
Yeah.
When we stopped educating ourselves entirely.
Like, dude, anyone with a Twitter account can be a journalist.
Oh
That was something we said for like 10 years. Like anyone, you find things out. Brandon Brown is signing with the Pats.
well, this is what I'm learning is Adam Schefter is so slow because he has so many journalistic like duties and requirements that
No,
like
but probably-
the
Getting shit right is
yeah,
hard.
getting shit right is hard.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? It's like there are people who get like 9 out of 10 wrong, but the one big scoop, they're like, well, I have to listen to that guy forever now.
Yeah, right.
We at least have to consider that they might be signing with the Patriots because that guy said that 10 years ago. It's like, no, he's got it wrong 99 times in a row. Fucking morons.
But with
Everyone's so
conspiracies,
stupid.
it's like you might as well just believe all of them because then you're bound to get. Because then when one happens, you can be like,
Told you so.
I told you so. I believe that.
That's you know,
I love
that's exactly what happened. I mean, there is some truth to that. I always say, like, you know, everybody, when MK Ultra was first proposed, everyone was like, you are a fucking idiot. It's like, well, it was true. So now what do we do? Maybe people are reptiles. What else is going on? What do we? Anything we didn't cover really? Like, I mean, I don't really want to go back to all that, but we didn't really do much. Kimmel, Kirk. Did you watch Charlie Sheen stuff?
No.
Bro, there are some stories with Charlie Sheen that were just like, if there's 5 gazelles, then there's one Charlie Sheen above those gazelles. He was telling a story about, like, at his peak, he went to China, I think, to do like a bunch of ads, which, by the way, what a great like racket that is. When you make it big over here, he's like, I flew over there and I did like a watch, this, or that, and you probably just make a fat fucking boatload of money and you go home. But he's on the plane. And they're like, oh, Mr. Sheen, like, we're so happy to have you. Like, can we get a picture? And he's like, yeah, sure. But you know what would be cool is if I wore your pilot hat. And he's like, yeah, sure, here he goes. And they take a picture. He's like, it'd be cool if I got one with your jacket on. Puts the jacket on. Same thing. He's like, you know what would be cool is if we were in the cockpit together. It's in the back. He's like, so is this thing on autopilot? And they fucking flipped it off, and Charlie Sheen was driving a fucking commercial airliner dressed as a pilot, completely shit-faced. And I guess the code in the aviation world is George is flying the plane. That means it's on autopilot. George is flying it. So he was like, is George flying this? Can George take a break or whatever it was? And they flip it off. And he was like driving, and he said he could like feel like, and he said that they quickly were like, whoa, okay, wait a minute. Get the fuck out of here. But like, what a
Like
time.
when someone gives you like the helm of the boat, and you're like oh, I get to do fucking
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Like a 747. He has got some tails, man. He is. He's like all together. I was trying to figure it out because like he's definitively like a piece of shit. You know? It's like, you're like this HIV drug addict, womanizing, whatever, all that shit. But what do you think it was about like that interview specifically that went viral? Why was that like cool and funny and what do you think's going on there?
I don't really.
So in like 2011, he did an interview with ABC News. That was probably I think like the first true viral news thing. Like there were videos and pictures that were viral, but like, and he
a current event that was
viral.
Yeah.
He said he has tiger blood, Adonis DNA. He said I'm addicted to winning.
And
when they were like, are there any drugs in the house? And he was like, if there are drugs, you better give them to me. And he was like, oh, there's drugs in the house. Oh, what a big deal. Oh, we're all gonna die. It's not a big deal. If you give me the drugs, I'll throw them out. Not a big deal. He was just like so manic. But I think it was like he was such a star. And he just didn't fucking care what it looked like. You know? And he was being totally honest. And I think even despite the fact that it was like pretty shitty behavior, the like insane honesty just like gripped people. I'm trying to figure out why that was, but it was like everybody loved it when it was just definitively like this. You're shitty. Yeah. Man, you know? And I guess America loves a comeback story and all that sort of shit. Or is it just like if you're funny enough and you're in enough big movies, people are just like, I'm gonna love this guy no matter what.
I think it's the size, because I missed Sheen, like as far as like a movie star movie.
Well, that's what I mean.
I had
we know him as like that,
right?
Like I mean, I know him from his spoof movies and some in the '80s were like really big. But yeah, the people who were loving him on the internet, I don't think like loved him as a movie star. Yeah. So I think it was actually about his internet behavior that made people go like, that's fucking awesome. Right. I don't want to be that guy, and I want to rely on that guy, but from a distance, that was fucking cool.
I think it was just he was banging Brie Olsen at the time Brie Olsen was popping.
Yeah, he was always, I mean, he was always with Denise Richards, Brie Olsen, whoever it was always like, that dude.
He had his Charlie's Angels, which like, you know, to a young 20s person, obviously that really appeals. Like,
he's got just his girls.
It was just like he's had porn stars who lived with him and he fucked.
Like a harem of chicks.
Yeah, I don't really know what it was. I wouldn't say I was like the biggest Charlie Sheen guy. I definitely didn't dislike him. I don't know. I don't know what made those shirts sell. Like those.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There was something about it that like other people who could behave that way, I think people would be like, ugh, fuck that guy. And he does it, and you're like, you're the man. That's why like John Cryer and all those guys from 2.5 Men were probably like, what the fuck?
It probably helps that like. It did line up with his character.
Right.
Like he was a drinking, womanizing.
Yeah, it's like he just played himself.
Yeah.
And I think people, even if you're shitty, people respect like this is who I am.
Yeah,
rather
right.
than being like phony. And also he just does kind of seem like a guy's guy. Like, and it's like, I don't know. I don't want to share needles with the guy, but I'll fucking share a beer with him. I don't know. I'll like let him regale me with some stories.
Yeah.
he has lived a life, bro.
Wait, sorry, was he famous before 2.5 Men?
Oh,
Like, that's
yeah,
all.
oh,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
He did movies.
His whole family, like the Sheens, are like a
yeah,
Hollywood
Martin
family.
Sheen
Oh.
was
Martin
his
Sheen.
father was like
Ooh, is it-
West
I didn't know
Wing
that.
and
You've seen him.
Wall Street. You would know him if you saw him.
You know him if you saw him, and then Emilio Estevez, who was Mighty Ducks, the coach. That's his brother.
Oh, yeah.
They were. I mean, he was Carlos Estevez.
Yeah.
Martin Sheen.
And Martin Sheen's his dad. So they were like, royalty, Hollywood royalty.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Got it.
yeah, then he really popped off. But like in his conversation with Rogan, he said he was making $50,000 an hour. And he was like, but I fucking hated it. Like he did after 2.5 Men.
Like, what is the point of $50,000 an hour?
I think he meant more like that had to mean like an hour of TV. Like I don't think you get.
Yeah,
you know
you
what I mean?
can't like
Right.
like when
Like,
they
that
break
would be
down like
fucking
Clemens' fucking contract.
Per pitch or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But they did. I think it was Anger Management was the show he did afterwards.
Yes.
And they did something. They called it a 1090, which is like you get a 10 show pilot basically, and if that goes well, you get 90. You get 100. Like
God.
total.
And then that puts you right into syndication.
So that's what they said. That his agents and his lawyers and shit were like, "This is like your legacy play. You're gonna have like generational wealth." And he was like,
I make $50,000 an hour. I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
generational
Right.
wealth.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, and he was
what
like,
do you think a generation? What do you think someone spends in a
"How
generation?
many generations are there?" Yeah. But he was like, I did not want to do it. Like I did not like the project, and I didn't want to, and I never should have. I think he ended up signing it and doing it, and it was like the worst thing for him because he got more money, and he was bored, and he relapsed, like all that shit. And that was, his lesson was sort of like, don't do that shit for the money. But that's interesting where it's like, if we just make 10 good episodes, we get 100. That seems like a bad business deal. What else? What are you watching these days?
Good question. I didn't see Task last night.
It was good.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that today. I think Task is the only thing I'm like actively watching right now.
Have you seen the movie Together?
No, I want to. I hear it's very good, but body horror like freaks me out.
So it's funny. I wanted to watch it. I did watch it, and then when the Together stuff started, I was like, oh, I'm gonna hate this. This
Yeah.
is fucking gross. I don't like this.
Was it gross?
It's pretty off-putting if you're
Yeah.
not into that shit.
Wait, can you?
So like they there's kind of like a curse, a ghost, some paranormal thing that makes you like yearn to be together to the point that you like physically like come together.
Kind of like a. What's the movie with? Continue.
So, but there's a scene where they fuck, and he's stuck inside of her, and he's like pulling it out, and they just like show. I mean, they're married, so like I don't know. I'm sure they were kind of like, let's do a whole bunch of things. I don't know what fake dick, whatever. But there's a scene where like you just see like a dick stretching, like he's just like a soft stretchy dick just pulling out, and they have to just like yank it out. And I was like, oh my god. So that stuff's a little bit weird, but
The soft, stretchy dick.
ugh.
The
It's
yak,
just bubble gum.
That's what it looked like. It was like Stretch Armstrong.
the act talks about, I think, like if you're soft dick, if you were to dye it blue, and then you get erect, what happens?
Great question.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Like if you dye it blue,
If you
and
take
once
a
it gets
marker-
hard, is it going to be blue enough?
Is it gonna be? Yeah. Is it like an ombre situation, where it's like where does the blue go? Is it a lighter blue?
I think if you tattoo your whole dick blue, it would stay blue.
Like
But even
I
like the
don't think
skin-
I don't think tattooing. Like I'm picturing like I'm teabagging a
a
thing of paint.
Yep.
Right. And which I probably physically can't do unless we put it on that table. Like I don't think I could get down to the ground. But like
I like to think of logistics.
have you teabagged a can of paint? Like I just think there would be too much excess paint. Like you'd have to perfectly.
You're focusing too much on the logistics of like the paint and the, like, let's just say hypothetically.
Idiot.
Yeah, let's just say, like, I guess, yeah, you teabag and then you let it dry for probably like 2 minutes. I
Yeah.
guess.
I think the method they talked about was like a blue pen.
Yeah, blue marker.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Blue pen? Well, because like if I was doing it with a,
I think it's all blue.
I think with a pen, like
It might
'cause
like, be like a lighter blue. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's spread thin, but I don't think there'd be like chunks missing.
I think so too. Like, because again, I was going paint because I don't have control over it. Like, if I had control over the pen, I'd just make sure I got it everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, I'd stretch it out and be like, blue, blue, blue.
Is your soft dick different colors from your hard dick? I'm pretty sure my dick's the same color. Colors.
I think it's the same color.
So wouldn't that be
there's
like-
there's some discoloration where I was circumcised.
Yeah, but that stays the same, is what I'm saying. I mean, I got the Neapolitan going, but it stays Neapolitan here and stays Neapolitan here.
But I think the question is because of size. Like, your dick's gonna get bigger.
Right.
So like, if you didn't, I don't know how to do it.
I'm thinking
But-
if I colored in my soft
stressed
dick
about logistics.
like dark blue,
Yeah.
I think that when it grew, it would maybe be like light blue because it'd be like spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be like this whole bottom is still like skin colored because the blue is all the way up there. Or something.
I think it might.
You think so?
Because if you like, right, say you had a scrunchie. That's essentially what a dick is, right? Scrunchie. Right? And you had a
Yeah,
scrunchie.
but if you got it all in the creases of the scrunch and then you pull
Well,
it.
that's
but,
why
so
I'm
yeah,
saying
you have to get it
if
in there.
I have control of the pen, I'll get it in. But if I dip it into a paint thing,
It's up to, you're up to
it's up to the gods. And the gods
Fate's hands.
might be like, you didn't blew yourself today. You know what I mean? I knew an Arrested Development joke would hit with Kev.
Phoenix is the first drink that combines literally everything you need in one can. It is not your typical energy drink. It gives you natural energy from green tea instead of that artificial caffeine garbage. It gives you 0 daily sugar. It gives you 100% daily value of your 8 essential vitamins for immunity. And there's literally nothing else on the market that delivers that sort of complete functionality. Also, the flavors. This one's watermelon lime. That's a great flavor. Watermelon lime is awesome. Actually, I haven't had this yet, but just in general, the idea of watermelon lime is a good flavor. Let's see. That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. Whether you're crushing morning workouts or you're fighting through that brutal 3 p.m. crash, Phoenix has got you covered. And literally, like, everybody out here at Barstool is drinking these all the time now. It is really taken over because there's no jitters, no crash, and just sustained performance when it matters most. It's built for people like us who answer the call and need to be at our best when everything's on the line. We get knocked down, we get back up, and Phoenix fuels that relentless mindset. Stop settling for drinks that only do one thing and get yourself some Phoenix. Go to drinkphx.com and use promo code Barstool5 for $5 off your order. Get the watermelon lime, get all the flavors, get that immunity and that energy all in one can at drinkphx.com, promo code Barstool5. Saxx, SAXX, is the original pouch underwear, changing the game since 2006 with its patented ballpark pouch technology. It's the most comfortable underwear for men, period. Think about it. You change your oil, you upgrade your phone, you rotate your sneakers. Oh, I guess I was like, what is rotation? Okay. But you're still rocking those stretched out old boxers from college. John's probably still wearing that small pair right now today.
I actually might be.
Saxx underwear gives you breathable fabric, no ride-up legs, and a pouch that keeps everything in its lane. No chafing, no riding up, no weird adjusting midday, just distraction-free comfort that lasts. It's the kind of underwear you notice when you first put it on, and then you forget about it because it's just that comfortable. Underwear is one of those things where it's like, if you're not thinking about your underwear, it's doing its job.
Yeah.
They're like umpires and referees. We shouldn't be talking about you. So once you try Saxx, you'll realize how bad your old underwear really was. So upgrade your drawers and upgrade your day at Saxx.com. SAXX.com to upgrade your comfort today. Well, what makes me laugh so much is like last week, Lily Phillips, that porn star chick, she said she wanted to suck a dick while skydiving.
Uh-huh.
And that is a layup of an internet topic. Could do that and get like 1 million views like in a minute. You know what I mean? And I chose not to. I was like, I'm too old for this. I'm done with that. My kids are actually some of Keegan's and Shay's friends will tell me they've seen my Instagram videos before because they'll be like, "Why'd you curse? Why'd you say that?" So I'm like, all right. They're seeing it enough that even just like a headline, even if they don't watch that whole video, like I don't know. I just gotta start thinking that way. And then here I am talking about blue dicks. So it's going to be a work in progress.
Also, you can get it done. I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know.
The skydiving?
Yeah. I don't think I could come.
I don't think I was going to say, if you can get that done to completion, first of all, she'd have to learn how to jump by herself. You got to get a lot.
But I don't think that's that hard.
Really?
I think you figure out like 3. Like Chef Don, I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
I think Chef Don.
All right, well, that's the first thing. Or maybe you
almost
just suck
feel
the
like
dick of the tandem guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that instead of like you just do like
Just
a
like
69.
a 69 upside down. I think you would have to be strapped to the person.
The guy's like, oh, you're pussy too.
Bro, if you could make someone come in the sky.
Yeah, definitely. I'll try.
The instructor's like, oh, okay, we can do that. I will say I try not to give in to those girls too often when it comes to like internet attention because it's just like so obvious that's what they're doing.
Right.
I'm a little intrigued about a skydiving blowjob.
Well,
I would watch the shit out of that and try to figure like how that works.
I've seen skydiving banging.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's
It would like, I forget who did it, but like, I'm sure it's been done many times. Someone who you recognize has done it. Like I saw it on like Brazzers or something.
I feel like head is a different story though. That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a hard motion and
Yeah, your pussy
Body
can't bite my dick off either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a little nervous. You pulled out.
I think but also like the whole like the wind gets in your mouth when you skydive, and I'd be
your
like
whole-
it'd be like kind of like a thick saliva blowjob.
I just think it's too cold.
That's not the worst part.
Like, it's fucking negative 20,000 degrees up here. You know what I mean? Like, we are in the ozone layer.
Outer space, man.
You better start sucking this thing before you get out of the plane and keep it in your mouth. You know?
Keep it sealed.
Imagine what if she starts sucking it before we got out of the plane, right? Which is probably sorry, Kev.
It should sail, bro. It's all good.
If she started sucking his dick before it came out of the plane, how high up there? Like, let's say it came out of her mouth once they got out of the plane.
Is she jumping with it in her mouth? Like that's.
Well, I think that's what we're discussing,
I think
right?
definitely-
that's how you probably gotta do it. Like,
That
I
is-
think it would be. Put it this way: if you jump out separately and you do that thing where you like fly together and then you like get in position and get the dick in your mouth, you are like that's impressive. That's what I want to. I want to watch that. You know.
But you're sucking a flaccid dick by the time it gets there.
I
like,
would think.
You're like, I'm gonna.
That's why. You know what? Actually, the most important part is the guy has to be so comfortable skydiving that he's just like, I'm ready to get my dick sucked. If you are such a good skydiver, you're focused on the blowjob and not the skydiving, you are an expert.
But if like realistically, I think it's got to start hard sucking's happening.
I almost feel like you have to be doing it and you just roll out of the plane.
Exactly.
Right.
But if it falls out of her mouth while they're in the air, it's gonna freeze.
I was gonna say that's gonna be cold and
It's cold and wet now.
yeah.
I don't know if it's as cold as your.
How let's see, temperature 10.
Yeah.
It's like 15,000.
I'm also
I think it's
thinking
gonna be cold up there. The wind and you just got wind on a wet body part. It's gonna get cold. Let alone you're up in the.
I just don't know that there's enough time because there's about
Yeah,
2 minutes where you're free
That's
falling.
the other thing is you really got to be like.
You got to get to work.
That's why you almost have to be doing it on
It's
the plane.
freezing.
Yeah.
It's not freezing.
Imagine
It's
that, your dick's
23
just like-
degrees. 10,000 feet up at 23.3.
Yeah,
I think you have to like give 75% of that blowjob on the plane. You roll out of the fucking like carrier, like, and then you finish.
But if
As quick as possible.
if it comes out, his dick's gonna turn into a popsicle, right?
I don't know about that. I feel like it
your
would be.
hands out when you skydive and your fingers don't freeze.
But they're not wet.
You know what?
Yeah.
They're not
I
covered.
think it would get cold. I don't know if it would be like an icicle all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That
I just don't
seems
know
like
how. But like,
gotta
if
be,
you're
like,
out there for
freezing,
10 minutes at 23 degrees and you got a wet dick, I think that's gonna freeze.
But
Yeah,
all
but you're
the
not there for
blood
10
in the
minutes,
dick
right?
would keep it pretty. would
True.
offset that.
Yeah, it's a 100-degree popsicle.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh wow.
Yeah, you're probably
This
right.
is why like
You're
the
right on
logistics of this. It's like Silicon Valley with like the.
that. Yeah.
It's like I got scientific questions about this. I need to speak to a physicist on how this is gonna work.
Dude,
Well,
I
John, I
saw-
didn't realize you're such a logistics guy.
The paint and
Well, if I have a
I watched
marker,
that
I'm
all.
I was
gonna-
asked the question. I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out the answer here.
this is like KFC Radio brain where it's like we've done these for too long.
yeah.
Like most people are like, wow, that would be cool. We're like, so what kind of backpack do you have on? What kind of parachute are you working with?
You mentioning Silicon Valley reminded me. I saw a clip of Kimail Nanjiani on Birbiglia's podcast recently, and he was asking him. He's like, like with Silicon Valley, were you kind of accepted into Silicon Valley, and like with the tech nerds and stuff like that, and Kimail was saying he's like, yeah, I've met Elon Musk. Like I know Elon Musk. He's like he got mad during the show because, we were all losers, and he's like, we're not losers. And he's like, well, maybe you're not, but like we're talking about this level
losers,
of the losers. And he's like, he's gonna have met Zuckerberg. He's like, that one went really bad. He said Silicon Valley was popping, and I don't know if it was Meta or Facebook at the time, but they had some kind of convention, and they hired them to speak at it. And he's like, and we just did that scene. But Silicon Valley wasn't big enough that everyone knew what it was.
So they were just like, what the fuck is this?
And he's like immediately, it was him and Guilfoyle. And he's like, immediately when we got to the microphone and started doing it, we realized no one here knows what the fuck we're talking about.
Oh.
And it's like a 10-minute scene.
Yeah,
so
that just keeps going.
He's like, and we just kept doing it. And we were just doing it for like however long it was. He's like, and we walk off stage and Zuckerberg's standing back there and he just goes, what the fuck was that? and Kimail's like, Zuck was pretty right on that one.
You earned that. Wow. That's got to be like, you get off stage, you fire your agent or something. Right away. Whose idea was this? Who had us talking about jerking off a room full of dicks for 9 minutes?
Once you're 2 minutes in, like it gets funny.
I was gonna say by the end, I'm
like,
surprised they weren't like, this is fucking.
Like at least to me, this is funny that no one here is enjoying themselves.
That is great.
My parents sent they went to a restaurant this weekend and they sent a photo and it was just Bill Gates in the background.
Really?
They didn't realize. We were like, oh.
Wait. Oh, they didn't even notice? You want to notice it?
Yeah, well, my sister like had zoomed in and was like, oh, that's Bill
No
Gates.
shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like those like, I mean, I remember Chrissy D talking about performing for Steve Cohen and his friends, and they just threw food at him.
Yeah.
I feel like you're either gonna get the maybe not for those guys, but like I think like those billionaires like love Joe Rogan. I think they want to be like cool with him.
Yeah.
So I think you either get them like you get the billionaires who like. I feel like the tech billionaires do want to be cool, and like the money billionaires are like, we are cool, we're the money guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it depends on like which one you are like looking for that approval.
But like, there's also plenty of money guys who like will pay $10 million to go take BP with Aaron Judge or something like that.
Yeah.
Which to
by
me,
the way,
like, if I had that kind of money, that would ruin the experience for me.
totally.
Like, in fact, I was thinking about it with there was the Dave and Dan thing. Dave and Dan like turned down $10 million to go to Saudi Arabia.
I told him, I know what you're gonna say. I'm dragging this motherfucker. I said, if we ever get an offer to go to Saudi Arabia for $10 million, I'm dragging you with me.
I would like.
I'm drugging him, knocking him out, and bringing him with me.
It would be first of all, obviously this is nothing I ever have to worry about. But I don't think I'd go if Tom Brady offered me $10 million. Like if Tom Brady called me and was like, I'll give you $10 million to come watch a football game with me.
I would rather. I would say no to someone I respect and like yes to these fucking Saudi Arabians. I don't give a shit.
Like I'll come to the game, but why are you giving me $10 million? That seems fucking weird, dude.
I'm with you on that. But if it was some stranger, it would be easier for me to take stranger's money than someone that I like know, respect, or like.
But it's such an exorbitant amount of money that I'd be like, what is this gonna need from me?
Yeah. Tom Brady, do you want me to suck your dick?
Get on the plane.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom Brady just steps up with a painted blue dick on a plane. It's like,
Get
I
to
heard
work.
your
I guess
podcast.
it's like the level of Dave and Dan where they're like they're not suspicious.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you're offering me $10 million, like, I have right to be suspicious.
Yeah.
There's-
You're gonna try to fuck me.
Yeah.
Bro, if they're listen, I don't back Saudi Arabia at all. I don't believe in any of the things they believe in. But me going or not going is not going to change anything. Saudi Arabia's going to do what Saudi Arabia does. So I'd rather just have $10 million.
But I think that would be, obviously I'm just speaking for me, like I think that would bother me too much. I think it
would bother me like in the moment, and then there's a lot of life after that trip.
But then every time I spent that dollar, I'd be thinking it.
I mean, I remember doing this kind of this debate with Brianna and Zach Bryan. Yeah, Zach Bryan. Like, people are like, oh, I'd always think about it. I think I would get over that. I think in the beginning it'd be like a little tough, and then it'd be like, whatever. Me and my family are like absolutely set, and everyone's happy, and everyone's good. I don't really care.
I think I'd think that, and then it would turn out that it's actually gets harder. Mm-hmm. Like it actually bothers me more.
Could be, and then you're fucked. So that's why you know if you are those, if you feel like you might have that feeling, it's better to say no to those things. I think I could do it. I've just out of like my own insignificance. I'm just like, I don't matter.
Yeah.
I'm not changing. If I say no, I'm not gonna like revolutionize the world and everyone's gonna follow me and we're gonna like fix the problems in Saudi Arabia. And if I say yes, I don't think I add. bringing a little scoop of sand to the beach. Like, it's not really that different. What is different is me now having $10 million.
It's not even so much Saudi Arabia. That plays a factor. Don't get me wrong. But, like, I think just that, again, it's just like, I know my worth. That's not my worth. Why are you giving me that money? You know,
Sure, that's fair. If there was some way to assure it is literally no strings attached, show up to this event, you have to like be on social media with a picture, and then that's it. Would you do it?
I think I'd be like, why don't you just give me a beer and a hot dog instead? Because like I like honestly,
Worst negotiator ever.
like honestly, like I kind of think it would be cool to go to a boxing match over there. So like the money is what would weird me out. I think I'd be like, damn.
He really is the worst. I can't ever trust him. Like, had there ever been offers that you've turned down that you should have said yes to that I need to like check in on? I'm gonna call you every day. Be like, did anyone offer you millions of dollars to do nothing? Okay, good. No, okay, good. If they did, say yes.
Again, this is all like obviously there's never been an offer or anything like that.
Yeah.
But so I can't really.
Yeah, money
speak
on the
to
table
what
might be
I would
different.
really
But
do.
I could see if there's one person, you'd be like, the more money they put up, the harder your no gets.
But, like, I just like I have money.
Yeah.
I haven't even spent it.
Yeah.
Like, what do I need more for?
Well, can I request?
What would
just
it-
take
what
them
would
up
you
on
do
it
with
and you could give it to me. Give it to me.
It's my solemn promise. I will go to Saudi Arabia and get a bunch of money.
Do you, I will
Yes.
go to Saudi Arabia. too.
Jackie, I will bring you to Saudi Arabia and they will chop you to pieces.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about the. Whole
You might come home
the
with no
woman
hands.
stuff.
They'd be like, yeah, Jackie's a journalist. We gotta fucking kill her. She got a Twitter account, so she knows who Ian Rappaport is. Bring her to the basement of the embassy. She's done.
Okay, then that's why yeah, you gotta go alone because I can't go.
You're not really. You wouldn't do well over there. Or I don't know. Maybe you become like a queen of fucking. Jackie just like loves Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I actually think
I'm not going home.
This is so crazy. This is my place. Yeah.
I think I'd have a good time with the sheiks. Money again. Like, but what are you doing? What do you want me to do with this?
That is a lot of money though. I mean, I remember Tim Dillon got offered like $500K to do the Riyadh comedy festival. There's a big difference between $500K and $10 million.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, Tim,
they were
Tim's
gonna
not,
make
like,
you talk.
Yeah, right. Tim's got to do something, bro. If you just fly somewhere, sit there for a little bit, and go home and get $10 million for it, like there's something else going on.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah.
I know my worth.
but-
That's not my worth.
No,
So
but
why are you giving it to me?
The only reason why I think you like could get away with it is like A, they are just like desperately sports washing their shit,
Yes.
and that's what they want it, and B, like that is a speck of money to them.
Right.
So like that would be like, here's $10, kid.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
gonna be like, you owe me.
Yeah.
$10 million is like, I think those guys are like legit trillionaires.
Yeah. Like, you guys have heard of oil, right?
Yeah, we got all of
It's
it.
ours.
Yeah, the whole thing is ours.
So they just wanted Dave and Dan there for like PR, sports.
I think so.
purposes.
Yeah.
That's. But you know what? Like, everybody freaked out about live golf. It's like nobody cares anymore.
No, but like I didn't care then. But like again, I think if it was my money, I think it would still bother me.
No, but I'm saying from the international like ethics point of view, there's a bunch of people like, this is horrible, and it's like now you still go like watch Dustin Johnson or whoever else was part of it.
No, they've got all the money. They're gonna do a great job sports watching.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like fine for them. It's probably gonna be pretty weird when like the Alabama fucking NIL deal runs through Saudi Arabia, but like
What they don't have? Abortions.
it's
Don't take that money. You're gonna have to have the kid.
Come on, play at the Heights, Boston College, baby. But yeah, it is. They're gonna do it.
I just want it on the record. I'll take your money. Anybody. Saudi Arabia, any countries, anybody, Russia, I don't know. I'll do them all. The problem,
crazy
the
you
big
were
problem for me is the going there.
See, that's the appeal to me.
Yeah.
like I'll go for free.
Is this
Don't
not perfect? Where like, can you bring Saudi Arabia to me?
Yeah.
Can I make my like living room Saudi Arabian? Imagine that. I'm just sitting there like in their traditional garb with their music playing. It's just me in my construction zone. Like, how about it? I get $1 million and I can stay on my couch. Or like fucking that episode of Sunny.
Yeah.
I'll do a lot for free money. That's give me that no-show deal, man. Give me that Kawhi Leonard. Oh man, that's funny.
The last thing I got is I probably should have started the show with this because we always do it. I've hit a phase with my
Eating in bed.
sleep eating.
Yeah.
I keep everything in the freezer now, so I can't eat it.
Says who?
Well, that was the issue last night.
You're just chopping through frozen snacks.
Frozen brownies, dude.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
no.
Yeah, no, I would do
It
that
doesn't
too,
like
though.
wake you up.
Huh?
It doesn't wake
Of course
you
it
up.
wakes me up. I was up for like 3 hours at 4 a.m.
Trying
this
to
morning.
gnaw off a brownie.
Dude,
Just sucking on a brownie.
It's kind of like a dick in the air.
Trying-
You know?
yeah.
You're trying to, like,
It's
frozen.
Trying
You
to
made it
warm
wet,
up
now
a
it's
brownie.
frozen. I think I could do this whole skydiving thing. I really think I could.
I did eat that brownie. Dude, my mom will take cookies and put them out in the car.
Out in the car?
Like during the day, she will get up, bring them to the car, put it like in the seat, close the door, and then at night she's like, I'm not gonna go outside and get that.
Smart.
She'll put them in the basement. She like when she's in the right frame of mind will hide the food, and then at nighttime when she wants it, she's like, all right, I can't do that. It's like you're fat.
Once like a frozen brownie didn't stop me. I was like, nothing. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Like I really don't. I was pretty proud of myself for that one.
Yo, you know what I really want? I want Saudi Arabia to make you an offer you can't refuse. And then I want you to go over there and like be yourself and just have the Saudi Arabians be like, what the fuck? Who paid this guy? You see, look at his bed. It's fucking,
Look at his fucking sack of shit over here.
we gave $10 million to him. This is the guy we want watching our wrestling event or whatever. That would be fucking great. It's a frozen brownie. Sucking on a frozen brownie for a couple hours at night. You are despicable, dog.
Did you get through the whole brownie?
No, I didn't get to the whole brownie.
That's tonight.
Yeah.
That's tonight's snack.
Such a good brownie. though.
Where's the brownie from?
West Side Market. It's
Oh,
so
is it one of those little packaged
good.
ones?
Yeah.
That's good.
brownie. That's a brownie.
I would do some. I
That's
would
a brownie
suck
you'll
some shit
suck
off.
until it comes in your mouth.
I would suck some shit off of that, she says.
Sorry. I meant like, suck it from
You
the
get
brownie.
excited when it's soft. Yes, I finished my job. Who's been a good girl, Brownie? This show is over.
Yeah, this
Good
done.
girl brownie.
Brownie. Good
Why?
girl brownie because she's
Was it-
soft.
No, I was the good girl in this situation. I finished.
This is the
I
brownie talking to
finished
you.
the brownie off.
The brownie's like, good girl, good girl. Oh my god.
Who's been a good girl? No, I was talking about with the brownie segment.
Yeah, the brownie said it to me. I've been a good girl.
Oh god.
All right, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
I don't feel good.
I need a shower. I feel like I just accepted dirty money from Saudi Arabia. Gross.
Yeah, I'm officially off the table for Saudi Arabia. Yeah, that was the straw that broke the camel's back right there, folks. All right.
All right, we're done.